Well, in our first installment for Pride Month, we announce that Dylan Mulvaney not only is not gay, he's not trans. In fact, he's attracted to women.
Let's get ready to rumble! You can't handle the truth. Somebody with the top of the line.
Hi, I'm Pastor Marty. This is the Afternoon Drive. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're a subscriber to the channel. Smack the bell. Click the word all to get notification of all of my rants. Like and share this video. That's how we build the algorithm. That's how we build the views. Thank you. So Dylan Mulvaney, who single-handedly has destroyed the Bud Light brand. I mean, it is pretty amazing that this one individual with one video ad could absolutely crush an iconic product like Bud Light. But he did. All it took was him cracking one open and going, love ya.
Love ya.
And then Rock shooting up a few cases of the stuff that we have had a sustained 3-month boycott of Bud Light. They have officially lost their spot as the #1 selling beer. And that's a good thing because, you know, their vice president of marketing said it was a brand in decline, and she was there to recreate it from its frat boy image to something much more inclusive. And she certainly has done what a stunningly great job she has done. She's taken them from #1 to not #1, taking billions of dollars in revenue. They can't even give this stuff away. People posted all Memorial Day weekend from all over the country, going into supermarkets to buy beer for their Memorial Day festivities, and literally, you know, cases and cases and cases of Bud Light sitting in the coolers, and virtually everything else was gone. I mean, even that like Red Label or Red Barrel, whatever it's called, from Jamaica Man. I mean, that was all sold out. People went in and, you know, when all the beer was gone, they bought the hard cider. I mean, White Claw outsold Bud Light over Memorial Day weekend. Dylan Mulvaney did that. But Dylan Mulvaney released this rather interesting video, which has gone viral.
So I recently told my parents that I may be a little bit romantically interested in women. And that was a big shock for them, considering the past 10 years of coming out as gay, then queer, then non-binary, then trans. And I think it was just a bit of a shock. So I tell my dad, and he goes, well, I would love to see you get a woman pregnant. And I said, oh, no. She would be getting me pregnant. And then he said, what, do you have a vagina now? And I said, never say never.
I said the other day, wouldn't it be something if Dylan Mulvaney turned out to be the ultimate troll? I mean, seriously, the trans community embraced him immediately when he made that first video that today is my first day being a girl and I've cried 4 times. And he then later confessed he did it as a joke.
And honestly, that day one video that I made, it was kind of supposed to be a comedy video. And honestly, that day one video that I made, it was kind of supposed to be a comedy video.
What you talking about, Willis?
And honestly, that day one video that I made, it was kind of supposed to be a comedy video.
But the joke went so viral, Dylan Mulvaney is a narcissist. He is addicted to fame. He's addicted to attention. He's addicted to himself because he went from being gay to non-binary to trans and now admitting he likes girls. I'm going to say something that could probably get me in trouble, but then again, having been a pastor for 30 years and dealing with all kinds of people and having counseled literally hundreds, if not thousands of people over 30 years. There are a lot of men who may think that they are, quote unquote, attracted to the same sex, but they love to hang out and visit with women. They love to do some of the things that women do. They get into antiquing and ceramic classes. And by the way, I'm not saying if you're into antiques or ceramics, but you get what I'm saying. They love to spend time with quote unquote girls and talk girl stuff. And I can't help but think how many of those men aren't actually quote unquote same-sex attracted, as much as it is they have so much in common with female that they really do enjoy female company, but they don't know how to transition that into a relationship beyond a quote friendship. And I just look at Dylan and I think this guy's been a fraud from jump. Just a fraud from jump. This was about him. This was about his addiction to his own fame, his own popularity. He was a failed actor. He craves attention. This got him attention. And can you imagine, here we are on the first day of Pride Month, and the guy that has literally become the poster child for the LBGTQA1+3 LMNOP QRSTUV community, likes girls. But he thinks he can get pregnant. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Even if he has a little creative surgery done, it's just not going to happen. There is still this thing called science. So it's just not going to happen. That said, I am waiting for him to come out and just, roll and troll and say, I'm a dude. I told you this yesterday, that there are people within the LBGT community that are starting to talk openly that they think Dylan is a fraud. One of the surgeries that he could have, it's usually one of the first things that guys transitioning do, is they have a laser surgery for facial hair removal. And they said it's relatively simple, it's inexpensive, and it's usually one of the very first surgeries that men who are transitioning do. Dylan hasn't done it, which means Dylan is still using his non-toxic male Gillette razor and shaving every morning, because it's what women do. I'm telling you, there's this part of me, I am waiting for him to come forward and just laugh and say, I rolled you, I trolled you, you embrace me, and I'm not even one of you. I mean, if that were to happen, this would be the biggest tall finger salute to the woke left loons who have thrown out even their own support through the years of feminists and feminism and what that meant in women achieving equal rights, equal recognition, equal status, opportunities, having their own athletic leagues, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The libloon left has thrown all that out in favor of, if a guy says he's a girl, you can't say no, and he gets to compete. What about those equity inclusive hires? This company has too many men. No, half these men identify as female. What about scholarships that were designed to go to young girls who come from broken homes and they have struggled, but they have achieved academically, and the only way they're going to get to go to college is on an academic scholarship? Wait, no. Sorry. Hector over here has now decided he's Heather. He gets that. She gets that scholarship. Dylan Mulvaney may just turn out to be the secret weapon the conservatives have been waiting for to put a final pushback and stop to this out of control demonic lunacy.